special this is, and we play set number 3 on Whirlwind. This is our orange Zerg. He is known as SoulKey Kim Min Chul. His opponent in the upper right, the blue Protoss, is known as Hong Hyun Duk, better known as Hero.
Yeah, now these guys, they're playing on Whirlwind. This is originally a GSL map that Blizzard has decided to bring into the latter map pool, so there is a good chance that we will see that in the next round of Pro League. Not guaranteed, we don't know 100% yet what the overall map pool is, but they will be using a few set of ladder maps. And another reason why I wanted to mention the map is this is a humongous map. And generally when you have big maps, Zerg players, occasionally against Protoss, they will try to go for a heavy Muta playstyle, and that's what I am predicting we could see today between these two players.
We'll see if that is the case. A lot of talk of people using Mutalisks more often in Heart of Swarm as opposed to Wings of Liberty, and we'll see how effective that is in this matchup if indeed SoulKey does choose to go that route.
Interestingly enough, Hero is opting to go for a gateway opener against Zerg. This is not so common in this matchup. Generally, players will opt for that Forge expansion. However, if you do this opening, you can sometimes catch your opponent off guard and maybe snag an early win. I highly doubt we'll be seeing a 4-gate. I would say maybe a few years ago, that'd be something we could see in this situation, but from what I'm anticipating, it's still going to be either maybe like a fast Stargate, or we're going to see a 1-gate expansion with some support from the Mothership Core.
Well, a big map that it is, which means it's going to take you that much longer to find your opponent. And certainly, Hero has elected to go 1 base in this match. I think more often than not, you see Protoss go 2 base early with the Forge, but in this particular case, he is going 1 base, perhaps got a fun build order that he's going to be showing us in this show match.
Yeah, we could see something from him, and I've noticed as well that Hero, he's opted to not take his second gas, so that leads me to believe that he is going for a expansion after this, and he does have a good amount of minerals as well, and there the Nexus goes down.
So, Gateway first expansion is how Hero has gone. And SoulKey has not found Hero's base just yet. Meanwhile, Hero is at SoulKey's base, checking out what he's up to already.
Yeah, nothing really much that Hero has to worry about looking out for. As long as he doesn't see any early gases, he should be pretty much safe now. SoulKey, at this point, he should be thinking about taking his 3rd base, and I see him sending a drone, so he will be taking that 3rd base very shortly as well.
Stalker comes out. Perhaps let's see if he's able to salvage that probe or not with the Stalker. Mothership Core on the way for Hero.
I think we're going to see some aggressive timing push from Hero. He's going to have those 2 Stalkers out. He's going to have the Mothership Core out as well, and I think he's going to try to hit the 3rd base. Now the Zerg player, SoulKey, he has 0 gas. He hasn't even made an extractor. So that means that no matter how many Zerglings SoulKey makes, he's not going to be able to really surround and kill off these Stalkers.
Hero was able to send a probe over to that 3rd base of SoulKey as well, so saw his expansion, perhaps be able to predict as well that he's not going to have any early aggression, not going to have any speed, not going to have any gas. And certainly when he sees the speed of these Zerglings, he'll perhaps be able to notice that. Checking out that expansion once again. Let's see if these Zerglings get an expand or not on the Stalker. Stalker, he's bolting for it. Zerglings chasing behind. It's like the mice behind the Pied Piper. Finally, the Mothership Core comes to help out. Is the Stalker gonna get away or not? Second Stalker comes to help out, and perhaps that should be enough to help him micro. No, it's not. He does lose the Stalker.
A little bit of a missed micro from Hero there. He was definitely in his base thinking about something else during that initial surround on that Stalker. So losing that is going to hurt him a little bit, but regardless of that, he was still eventually able to kill off the Zerglings, and he is forcing a lot of potential larva that turn into drones be made into Zerglings instead. And he's going to also be able to apply some 3-gate pressure on this third base, and if things get too dicey, he can simply recall out of there with that Mothership Core.
Here come the Zerglings trying to get a surround on these two Stalkers. Trying to take out the Queen if they can, and there goes the Queen. And he does lose one Stalker. No, he's going to recall back to the base as he's able to salvage one of them.
All right, well, SoulKey, he was able, true to his name, he had a very, very strong defense there. He didn't have to commit too much to it and pretty much just, held off Hero. No problem. We do have an Oracle on the way, though, from Hero, so the harassment is not over, and Hero was able to snipe off the Queen, which is, I think, the most important unit for him to kill. So that's going to make this Oracle follow-up be a little bit more deadly.
He does have a forward pylon as well at the third base, just outside the third base of SoulKey, so he can warp in some additional units there to support this Oracle if need be, or if he wants to have a two-pronged attack. He has the Zealots already coming in, and we'll see if he chooses to go at two different areas or if it's supporting on the third or not. As here they go, 3 Stalkers, 3 Zealots with the probe as well. Mothership Core going to help that out. Let's take a look at what's going on with the Oracle as it goes to its natural expansion. And there is a Spore Crawler there with the Queen. And here is the double attack. Nothing here to help defend for SoulKey as the Zealots doing some damage. Oracle not really doing anything as it's inside the main. And the Mothership Core just able to get away. Almost got taken out by the Spore. That would have been a huge gaffe on the part of Hero, but he's certainly putting on the pressure. He's got a couple more Zealots that he's been able to warp in. So far, SoulKey's able to hold, but this isn't over by any stretch just yet.
SoulKey showing some amazing defensive abilities so far here. It looks like Hero, he planned on, hitting SoulKey at the third base and maybe delaying those Spore Crawlers with that early pressure. But, SoulKey, he's just too good. He is ready for everything. So Hero, he's going to pretty much be forced to move back and play more of a macro style here. And I think this actually may be a bit of a mistake for SoulKey. He is underestimating the DPS of that Oracle, but he's still able to kill those Zealots and get out of there with a good amount of Zerglings.
4 Phoenix on their way for Hero, heading over to continue the harassment. Zerglings on their way to counterattack for SoulKey, going after the Overlords first as he shows his hand to SoulKey. Oracle comes to help out in support.
Yeah, actually losing 3 Overlords there essentially for free. So both players, I still have to say it's pretty even at this point. Hero's early attacks, they haven't really done too much. But SoulKey, he was still forced to build a lot of Zerglings early on. He was forced to invest in those Spore Crawlers and, get a few extra Overlords. But he was also able to delay the third base of Hero as well. So now we're seeing that +2, the charge on the way, and the Templar Archives from Hero. We could see Storm. We could even see a Zealot Arc on timing.
Hero taking out a ton of Overlords. He might be thinking that I'm going to supply block you at this point, but certainly SoulKey way ahead as he has still 25 supply to give. He's completely overcompensated on the number of Overlords that he needs. And now harassing on the drones with these Phoenix as he now finally backs off.
All right, so we do have a Ultralisk Cavern on the way from SoulKey here. The Ultralisks, they have been buffed in Heart of the Swarm. They do much more damage to almost any other unit out there on the battlefield. They pretty much are now equivalent to their Brood War counterparts in terms of strength and damage. So Hero, he's going to have a good amount of Zealots, which in Wings of Liberty, they fared pretty well against the Ultras. They did decent. But in Heart of the Swarm, they just die and fall down a lot faster to them.
Okay, there's a big issue here for SoulKey. He still has not spotted that forward pylon, which is right outside his third. And he's been having to deal with some heavy harassment. And by the way, finally, SoulKey has been supply blocked. After he must have lost at least 10 Overlords by now because he had plenty to give before. But the fact that he is supply blocked now, he's probably lost at least 1,000 minerals on Overlords alone by this point. And look at that army of Zealots and Archons moving forward. He's got a couple of, nice force field there. by the sentry, and is he going to lose the Nexus? Oh, look at the Overlords coming in to say, no, not on my watch, to these Zealots.
Wow, it looks like SoulKey was essentially caught with his pants down, but he was able to make the best of the situation. He was able to deny that third base. He does have the Ultralisk out, and they're going to be able to chomp down on those sentries really fast here. And the Zealots, I'm not sure they can really deal with this, but another attack at the fourth base as well. Hero is going to be able to get ahead in this game. The problem is he is not going to have an army left to defend against a counterattack.
SoulKey is down to 2 bases now as he's lost all of his expansions minus his natural, and here come the Ultralisks marching their way over to Hero. He has to get something done with this attack. If he doesn't, he's just going to be way too far behind. He's got to do some sort of damage here, take out a base. He certainly should be able to, and let's see what actually happens.
All right, well, we have this Void Ray doing a good amount of damage to these Ultralisks here. It's going to be up to Hero to just buy as much time as possible, use and abuse that choke form, but the Ultralisks, they've moved in now. That Archon's going to be completely toast here, and the Void Ray, it's simply, one of them cannot kill that many Ultralisks. The damage is going to be done here.
The dam has been broken. The Ultralisks have poured into the expansion, and back come some of the Phoenix to try to help out. Is he going to go for the main, or is he want to take out the expansion? Taking a bit of a break, smoke break there for the Ultralisks as he continues on. Zerglings and drones coming to join the fight from SoulKey. Follow the leader as the drones come forward as well. Nexus should be gone, and SoulKey all in. Look at the drones.
SoulKey even making a Nidus canal now, sending the drones back, realizing, hey, Hero may not just GG out of this game yet. He doesn't want to get too cocky here like his teammate Zero did in the first match against Junggi.
And is he going to be able to do it with this? I don't know that he's going to be able to finish him off with just that. He does go after the third now. Lots of cannons there. He's got 4 of them. And there is the Nidus. SoulKey back. Boy, if SoulKey loses this, he's going to be watching that. Hero's going to be watching that replay, looking at those drones going, no. But we'll see. There's still a good chance he's got here as he goes after that Nexus.
There's a lot of Ultra's DPS here, but I think, yes, he is going to be able to kill off that Nexus before the Void Race can take out the Ultralisks there. So SoulKey, despite throwing all of his drones into the middle of the map before realizing, hey, better safe than sorry, he does get the damage done. And now Hero, he's stuck on 1 base against the 2 from SoulKey.
Zergling scouting out, making sure that there's no extra bases, hidden bases anywhere that Hero has expanded. SoulKey is ahead. He just wants to make sure that he is ahead, not giving up anything for granted.
Those Queens doing their best to save those Overlords there. I think Hero would love to see his opponent supply blocked once again, and those Zerglings trying to do a little bit of harassment, but not much. And this is something actually to be concerned about. There's 3 Void Race and 3 Phoenix here. If they can kill off these Queens here, there is a small chance for Hero to come back into this game and secure a victory. He could actually do it.
Yeah, SoulKey doesn't really have any anti-air going out there. He doesn't have a Spire. I don't believe he's got a Hydralisk Den at all. All he has right now are these Queens that are not unlimited. They don't grow off the Queen tree, although now he does have enough to push them back.
He is making 3 at a time as well, so yes, it looks like for the time being he will thwart this Protoss attack here. And the Ultralisks coming back in. I think they may actually force a cancel on that expansion there.
And this might be it. If he can't do any more damage, the Void Rays have been pushed back. He's being forced to long-distance mine with those probes. And when you're playing a game, that's what you love seeing. You love your opponent seeing them long-distance mine.
I'm not sure how much longer Hero plans on staying in this game here. He's still chatting a little bit with his opponent SoulKey here, but I think we're not going to be seeing a 3-0 like we did in the second match of the game, or of the match yesterday.
SoulKey ahead in supply, 107.46. His Overlord account has him up to 200 supply, which he certainly does not need right now, but he is not going to be supply blocked anytime soon.
Hero just does not want to give up. He's like, I don't care, man. I'm going to keep sniping off creep tumors. I'm just going to keep harassing. he really does. He's playing this like it's a real game. He refuses to give up.
And Nidus Canal moving over there is the Manor Hatchery by SoulKey at the expansion for Hero. And perhaps that'll be enough to tell him to get out. He's going to have to cancel that. Nope, he loses it regardless. Couple more Ultralisks coming over to try to end this.
All right, well, SoulKey, he certainly has the units. Even dancing with the queens.
Showing the booty. The queen's got some booty going down. Some nice transfuse on the Ultralisks as well. And yeah, I don't see any more reason for this game to continue, but we'll see how much longer Hero deems it necessary for it to go. Gonna see another Nidus pop up here. I think that's more of a message than a strategy.
Hero is simply refusing to leave this game here. It's something akin to Fantasy's good game timings back in Brood War, where he simply would not leave until he had no units left. Even though this is a special match, Hero still just refuses to leave.
Queens are marching into the main, trying to take out the Void Rays. One of them left. Nice orb. Oh boy, there we go. Finally, Hero has left, and indeed, SoulKey has extended this to another game as it is 2-1 in favor of the people who don't understand Starcraft too well. SoulKey went over to try to pack his bags for him, but Hero is already out. Hero has left the building, so to say. He's right behind Elvis as SoulKey is celebrating his victory. He's gotten his team to one more game, and as it is going to be our fourth set, there's actually no need to pick what the matchup is going to be because there's only one player left on each team. That will feature Stats or Carno, whatever you want to call him now, up against SOS or Sauce, the final remaining players. If Sauce is able to win, then we will go to an ace match